We all know that entrepreneurs create jobs, and the South African SME Fund has been putting its money where its mouth is, it seems. It's invested 25 million rand to help spaza shops and owners in and around the country. It's targeting 10,000 spaza shops in 10 years. Let me repeat that, 10,000 spaza shops. It's a partnership between government and the private sector. The South African SME Fund also partnering with fintech, A2Pay, to drive growth and inclusion for the spazas. Let's discuss. It's a wonderful story. I'm joined by Tina Mason, Chief Operating Officer at A2Pay, and Akunana Skutshwa, the owner of a Google-led tuck shop in KwaMashu, who flew up to Joburg to come speak to us. Morning. I will speak to you in a moment. Very nervous. Tina, good morning to you. It's so revitalizing to have a story like this. When you talk about SMEs, you talk about the private sector, you talk about government. Very rarely, Tina, do you get this kind of outcome.
Yeah, and I think it's really what we're looking at here is the collaboration between a government entity, which is the Jobs Fund, A2Pay, which is a fintech platform, and then Corporate South Africa, which is SA SME. And when we combine these three entities, we've solved pretty much all of the pain points that most South African spaza shops face. So we're looking at providing technology that's meaningful and robust, providing the coaching and the training to help people change their behavior, and then capacitating that business by providing the capital. So the SA SME Fund understood our business model very well, and they've put 25 million rand in so that we can actually grow the spaza shops, digitize them, and allow them to open second shops, build franchises, brands, all these good things.
And just start expanding as well.
Mostly employ people.
Of course, employ
people. Entrepreneurs create jobs.
Akunana, morning. Congratulations, first of all. I've been looking at some of the numbers for the business that you started.
Thank you.
I don't want to tell viewers that. I mean, if I was a business owner or a new business owner and I saw the kind of numbers that you're dealing with, I would be over the moon. Congratulations. Tell me about it.
Thanks very much. Okay. I'm started to open my tech shop since 2014, and then in 2018 I met with A2Pay, and then A2Pay helped me a lot to give me the machine of the A2Pay, and then the machine, after giving me the machine, give me the training, and then how to manage my stock, how to know about the money, and then I know how to load my stock. I know how to the money I earn at the end of the month. I'll check my money at the week, the monthly, how much I earn in the machine, and then I know the program of the stock. I know to receive my stock. I see my profits in the machine, so help me a lot. And then help me about to help the people in my community to get to pay HDS, and then get the prepared airtime. The time I don't have the machine, go in the town to buy the airtime, and then to pay the STVs.
You're not just running your own business, you're giving back to the community is giving back to you. So that's the technical part of how this business was put together.
Yes.
Tell me about what you've learned through this, because I'm sure there's a lot of learning curve. Someone watching you now is going, I want to do what you do. Okay. But what did you learn?
I learned a lot about the business, and then the A2Pay gave me the loan. Before I have the less stock, and then the time I get the loan, I load the stock. The first loan I get in 25K, and then I load my stock in my shop. After that, in June, and then in October, I get the loan of 50,000, and then I add another stock. After that, I do the research, because I see the boys outside, it's just boring. And then I do the research, I go in to buy the pool table.
That's genius. The snooker pool table
the snooker pool table to help the people. The time the people will play the snooker table, and then we get the products in the store.
It's such a clever way of captivating the market as well. But I want to talk about this loan issue. Of course, it's worked very nicely in your case, but I think anybody watching this is going to go, I can't get a loan. I don't have money. Who's going to invest in me, Tina?
So what we looked at is that most spaza shop owners are highly entrepreneurial, and they're in a very difficult market. If you're running a spaza shop and you've been running it for the last 3 to 5 years, you are definitely a successful entrepreneur in the making. So what we helped with the technology and the coaching was to build a history of the business. So we allowed the entrepreneur to start building an awareness of numbers, numeracy, retail disciplines related to FMCG. You heard Akonana speak about it. Booking your stock in, loading your stock, keeping track of everything. And so we were able to see how this business grows. And when we did the pilot, we tested, and what we saw was that when there was an access to capital, people could literally, and in her case she doubled her revenue, but people have literally on average taken the business up by 30 to 40% and sustained it. And it's also given an injection into the individuals about being able to dream. So where are we going to go next with this particular project?
Where does the growth come in? Because once you can achieve this, you start leveraging off what you've got.
But it's very important to do this in conjunction with coaching. So we have a training program and a coaching methodology called Build with Numbers. I hope I'm saying it right, Saka and Gamanani. And it's to familiarize people to become number fanatics. So to really be curious and excited about their numbers. And we know that we've achieved a conversion when people are talking about their turnovers and various other things. So the coaching is critical as well.
Akonana, I'm just going to ask one small favor if I can. I'm going to ask you just to raise your voice for me as you talk. I'm struggling to hear you from here. I know you're very nervous. Maybe raise the voice a little bit for me as you do that. I want to ask you about the coaching, because now you've got the business on the go. You understand the numbers. It's not just about you giving back a product. Now you have this experience, almost a coach for young women in your community. What are you going to do with that position you're in?
The position you're in. Okay, about the coaching.
About the coaching. How do you think you can coach people going forward as well?
Because I get the experience about the coaching. I can manage to coach the other people, because Babegile teach me a lot to how to train the other people. So I have a knowledge about that. Yes.
And so what's your next move from here? You've got this, and I hope you don't mind me saying I have the information in front of me, and I said this to you before. If I was a business owner and I saw this increase, I would be over the moon. Let me just read it for you. The business has grown, and correct me if I am wrong, from 30,000 Rand in January 2019 to 100,000 Rand in December. This is an investment gold mine.
Yes.
So what's the next move?
My next move, I want to open another sex shop, maybe, and then I employ the people, because and then the next 3 years I want to have my own wholesaler.
And I'm sure when we speak to you in a couple of years' time, I want to hear this exact story. But I do want to ask this before I have to say goodbye. It's a beautiful story, and so many people are going to watch this, Tina, and they go, great, I want to be in. Where do you start speaking to someone like you?
Great. So if you can go to the website, which is www.atopay.co.za. We work with established spaza shop owners, and we have a set of simple criteria that we request that they follow. They don't have to pay for the machine or the training. However, they have to do an exchange of behaviour. In other words, you have to use the machine, employ a South African, pay for a license fee, and basically start becoming a number fanatic. Once we see the trading history, we then are able to provide access to the capital. So really go to our website, have a look. We're in the big cities, Cape Town, Durban and Johannesburg. We are growing exponentially, and as I say, we're going to be reaching out to 10,000 South African spaza shops.
It's a good story to tell.
It's a good story.
Public and private sector. Congratulations to both of you this morning. Konano Kutshwa joining us from Guguleto, owns a tuck shop down in KwaMashu, and also Tina Mason, Chief Operating Officer at A2Pay. That website again, if you want it, www.a2pay.co.za.